Today we will see how to install Weblogic 14c cluster environment. First you need to download Weblogic installer jar, and from command prompt you need to run the java-jar and the Weblogic installer jar. Then the installer will launch. Select you need to create a new domain. Here I have given as a cluster domain as a domain name. In the next screen you need to select Weblogic coherence cluster extension. Click next. It will come to Weblogic page. Weblogic administrator account. Here you need to provide Weblogic and depends on your password. One thing I noticed is like if you provide any other passwords like password at 123 and all, at that time the console is you will not be able to log into the console. That's the reason I have given Weblogic and Weblogic 123. In the next screen you need to select a development. You need to select the development, and in the next screen you need to select administration server, node manager and topology. In the next screen you need to provide the admin server this is server name. I have given as a admin server, and local host, all the local host address, and listen port I have configured as 9000. In the next screen you need to select a node manager type as a per domain default location, and give the credential as Weblogic and Weblogic 123. In the next screen you need to select add manage servers. Here I have selected two manage server 1, manage server 2, and if you click add you can add the manage servers, and these two are the in the different machines, like it's in a VM1, it's in a VM2. The host name of the machine as appvm and appvm1, and listen port I have configured as 903 and 904 for the managed servers. In the next screen you need to create a cluster. Here I have selected add button to add a cluster 1, and here I have given the cluster address as the managed servers address appvm colon 9003 and appvm1 appvm1 colon 904. These are the two managed servers which we created earlier. And on the next screen you need to click next. Server templates, if you have any server templates you can select, or else you can go to the next screen. And in the dynamic server whatever the cluster which you created, it will come by default. You keep the default things and go to next screen. And in assign server to the cluster, now whatever the managed servers which you created, it will be under this server this thing server branch, and you need to select that cluster 1 and move it to the cluster. If you click when you select this one, this arrow mark will be highlighted and you can move it to the clusters screen window. In the next screen the default coherence cluster port default is 7594. It will come on its own. You need to click next. In the machines you can click next. You don't need to add machines. If you want you can like add machine as a machine 1 and click next. Then in the configuration summary, whatever the servers you have created and cluster which you have created, what is the admin server, that and all will be listed out. And in the next screen you will get the confirmation about configuration, and in the last screen you will get the notification stating that WebLogic server configuration is succeeded, new domain cluster domain is creation is succeeded, and you will get the admin server URL, http 9000 appvm :9000/console. That is the console which you will access through the browser.